Pimp C, as soon as he heard the track, he said, as soon as he heard it. What up, y'all? It's N.O. Joe. I did records like this.
You'll never be the missing that breaking on my dick
Like this.
What the fuck you want?
We ain't finna get into that right now. We finna get into this high life, man. So look, before I get into this here, rest in peace, Pimp C. That was my partner. That was my production partner. That was my partner. We had fun doing this record. We had a lot of fun doing this record. I got a lot of stories on this, so y'all stay tuned. And man, y'all like and subscribe to my channel. I got a lot of stuff coming up. Did a lot of classics. A lot of classics. Albums, not just singles, albums. So look, on this High Life record, it was the second record that I gave to them at the time. Just to give you a little backstory, I met Pimp C for the first time in '92. And he actually came into the studio. I was working on the Ghetto Boys Chuck That Do His Part out. And he walked in, and I didn't know who he was because I'm coming from New York to here. And, from New Orleans to New York to here in Houston. And I didn't know anything about UGK or anything like that. I just knew the Ghetto Boys. And the dude come in there and they just come in the studio. He's like,
Say, man, how you get the guitar like that, dawg? Oh man, that shit live, dawg. And you got the church organs and everything in that, man. Turn that shit up.
and I'm like, it was just still right. But he was very inquisitive about like the music and stuff like that. And, it made me feel good because I'm always trying to teach and, stuff like that. So I was like, oh yeah, no, this is the bass and da-da-da. This is a wah-wah guitar, we, did this here, whatever. And at the time, one of my engineers, who was actually a bass player as well, Roger Taus, he was playing bass on a song, I think it was Crooked Officer. And so Pimp C heard that and he was like, he said, man, you mind if I use that bass player? And they were actually recording Pocket for the Stones remix at that time, and they used Roger for that song. But get into High Life, man. Like this song was one of those songs where, man, Pimp C, as soon as he heard the track, he said, as soon as he heard it. I'm like, wow. I said, man, that's it. He was like, you like that? I was like, that's dope. And so he wanted to go into the vocal booth. He went in the vocal booth, sung the part, and he said, man, I'm gonna get somebody else to sing it. I just want to, lay that little part down. I'm like, no, sir. Yo, sir, you're gonna sing it. And he was like, oh, man. I was like, yeah, man, I see you got a dope voice. Y'all know Pimp C got a dope voice. I said, you got a dope voice, dog. Like, you go in there, sing that, and then we'll stack it. And he was like, oh, man, he really want to do it. But then I think he was happy in the inside that he could do it. So I had to do the high part, and then I came in and did like the little back part of it, like the I did that part, and Pimp C sung the hard parts, and then there was another guy by the name of JoJo who sung the other parts that went through the song. And JoJo actually played organ as well on the record. And man, Pimp C was he was singing the song and he heard it back. He was like, man, okay. And so I think that's what like really the beginnings of Pimp C singing. Besides fly holes and shave and sway and day. Besides that, like he really got the confidence. Because I told him, I'm like, dude, just sing the hooks, sing the hooks. And so we once we did that, we finished the record up, and man, I got a lot of stories. All right, so this is the Hammond XB2. which I think Pimp C later on got the, I think it was the Korg version of this. But I mixed this organ with the organs he already had, and the ASR 10. We ran this, which is the Wurlitzer. That's in the song as well. But I ran this through like some of these pedals here. The bass, the live bass went through the Mutron. I love this. And they had a tremolo non-below filter. So these are like some of the things we use on the record. And like the electric piano, the Wurlitzer was mixed with, I had a real Rhodes sound in there. I don't have that idea with me today, but these were the things that was used along with some of the effects in the ASR 10. So here we go. All right, so like the organ was actually played by JoJo, which was a producer I was grooming at the time. He played the organ and he sung on the record as well. The replay of this stuff is from Second Prayers. Second Prayers is another producer that I'm grooming right now. He plays guitar, bass, and pretty much everything. And the original guitar was played by Corey Funky Fingers Stu. All right, so of course, always I start off with the kick because that's really the foundation to me, the kick, and then we have like the so I guess you would call the like a rim shot with a reverb. I think it was the SPX 90 reverb. Then we had the hat. This hat is pretty much the same hat that I used in Millipede Man Quad, but I took the difference and I stacked it with something else. Where same another hat I used in here. I always stack the hats, and I would probably like painting them or something like that. Then I had a real hat, which I ran through like a flanger. Then of course you had the crayons. And here I added some congas and five. Then I had a talking drum. You can't really hear it in the song, but it's way in the back of the song. So that's pretty much the dog. Then of course we have the live bass. And then came in and stacked, came in and we stacked the bass with the Y. So the feel of this is like I was listening to the Isley Brothers, For the Love of You. And nothing I copied off the record, is just the whole vibe they had on it, but I made it a little bit more with an edge to it. Now, here's I stacked a lot of Rhodes and Wurlitzers and guitars and stuff together. So here's the Rhodes that was time forward. Then I coupled that with the Wurlitzer on this channel and the guitar. on top of that, I added this, let's see, this guitar with the phaser on it here. And here's another one. Like it's like layers of stuff that I added here. It may sound like one, but it's a lot of layers that go into like the production that you don't hear in the music, but it all comes down as one. And here's another, here's another one. And of course, then we have the organ. It's a dab organ, same type of organ. So then when the song breaks down, we go to, like it's all about the arrangements when I'm doing like the production on here. So I'll bring in like strings here in the middle of the song somewhere. Wherever it feels good at, that's where I bring it at. But here's the strings. So that transitions out and go back into part of the verse again with those guitars. But then we have some more guitars down here. As you can see, it's a lot of things going on here. It's just bits and pieces, but the way I put them together is all cohesive. So I'm gonna let you hear all of the guitars here. And that was pretty much it. Like, you know, I mean, it was a lot of different guitar parts coming in and out here. And of course, there's some organ parts or whatever that I don't have in here. But again, like this stuff was replayed over. I did this in maybe 10 or 15 minutes just to, you know, give you guys a glance about how I do the production. And I'm actually going to really finish the instrumental so you can hear it exactly like it was back in 96 when the record was released. And that's pretty much it. Like, so I'm going to run it from the top. You'll hear, like, see in the hook. Let's see. Let me go to the hook here. Here we go. So the hook, this is the part where Pimp C, he sung this and stacked it up. And then there was another part here. It's a lower part that Pimp sung. Let's see it. Highlight no more. And then this is me at the end here. Okay. And also at the top of the song, so Smoke D, artist, but he's actually an artist. Smoke D was actually in the pen, and he gave like I guess, you know, he sent these vocals over to C, and this is real live. This is him in the pen talking, like for real. And you know, this is some real stuff, man. And you know, just the way the subject matter and everywhere they talk was super dope. So I'm gonna run it from the top here. Check it out. This record, when the album came out, it was no promotion at all. No promotion. This record did very well and it became a classic. On top of that, the reason Pimp brought me in on the record is to bring a bigger sound to the picture. And what I would do is I would take like some of his drum sounds out of his rolling drum machine, and I would sample it in the MPC. And so sometimes when I'm programming, I would use some of his sounds in there, and input some of his sounds and mix the two together. But I still wanted to keep C's like he had a certain feel in his when he was programming, so I wanted to keep that along with like a bigger sound. So this album basically took UGK from being regional to national. And man, I miss my boy, man. We had a lot of fun doing this record. We did a lot of the stuff we did some of it at my studio, and we did some of it. We did a lot of it at Skip Holman studio, who was the mix engineer. Now on the Riding Dirty and the Dirty Money album, I mixed all of the records, and that was one of the things that C wanted as well, because he wanted sonically for it to hit. Yeah, so man, like we have fun doing this record, and I got a lot of stories on this, so y'all stay tuned, man. Like and subscribe to my channel. And I got some more breakdowns coming up, and that's ridiculous. Y'all enjoy this here. Again, thank you. Peace.